We are on the hunt for tile today.
Tile is here. We did make a slight mistake.
We are Kristen and Hal.
We've been working nights and weekends for over a year now to turn this 1923 Spanish bungalow
And the half acre it sits on into a home for our family.
Hey everyone! So we are now at a point in this renovation that we have been waiting well over a year for. We're done doing demo that we know of, and we are ready to start putting in fresh new things.
Yep, today we're actually going to share with you our upstairs bathroom design that we're really excited about. We spent a lot of time choosing all of the different elements for the bathroom, and we can't wait to share that with you.
Yeah, and so today we're filming from inside our rental that we've been living in for well over a year now too.
Yeah, we're here because we have a special guest that we're going to introduce you to a little bit later on in the video. But first, let's take a look back at what our bathroom looked like on the day that we purchased the house. You probably remember that when we bought the house, it was completely full of stuff. So the first thing we had to do was clean the bathroom out, get everything out of there, and then we started demo. And a lot of you commented that you liked that green tile that we took out of the bathroom, but it was not original, so we had no problem taking it out. And we did save some of it.
Yeah, we'll show you later on what we ended up doing with it. So we still had some things to do to get the bathroom prepped for the new design.
The next step in our bathroom reno was to scrape all of the walls because the paint in here was flaking really badly on the walls and on the ceiling. So we just finished scraping it all, and then our next step is going to be to prime.
After spending thousands of dollars on mold remediation, we were definitely going to hit these bathroom walls with mold inhibiting primer. With the Florida heat and humidity, we weren't taking any chances. After priming, the paint continued to peel in some spots, so we hit it with Peel Stop.
Yeah, we found this other primer called Peel Stop, which ended up working great in a lot of areas in our house. So if you have an older house with peeling paint, we definitely recommend it.
Yeah, so far so good.
And you may notice that the walls also looked a little bit rough still. Some of the areas of paint were super thick, and so where it was chipped off, the walls were super uneven. So after we finished priming, we did go back and skim coat everything.
Yeah, and then reprimed.
Yeah, and then we primed again. We're one step closer to having a functioning bathroom. We had our tub installed today, which we're super excited about. Next, we have to get a sink in here and a toilet. We were really excited when the tub finally went in because it had been sitting in our living room for like 2 to 3 months. So that felt like a huge step forward when we finally got that installed.
A lot of people were asking if we were going to get a clawfoot tub and where we would put it. We ended up with just a soaking tub, a Kohler _ soaking tub that I could actually fit in. And we just reinstalled it back into the same place.
Yeah, we would have loved to have a clawfoot tub, but with the layout of the bathroom, which we weren't changing drastically, it really made more sense to go with this tub.
Yeah. So after choosing the tub, we had to pick out all the other elements of the design. We had to go to a shower head, the faucet, the vanity, what else am I forgetting? The toilet.
Lighting.
Exhaust fan.
Tile. So we did have a starting point for the design, and that was the original tile floor that we decided to keep. It's 1-inch hex tile. And originally we thought that it was white. It was super dirty, so we thought that when we cleaned it up, it would be white. And we took all your suggestions. We tried probably 12 different methods for cleaning that floor, and you can see the before and after. It does look a lot better than it did, But when we finally got it clean, it wasn't actually quite as white as we originally thought. It was more of a off-white. Our original plan was to use a white subway tile in the bathroom. We wanted to choose something that may have been somewhat original to the time period of the house, which is 1923. So we thought white subway tile is timeless, that'll work. And then when we held it up to the off-white floor, we realized it wasn't really gonna work because they didn't match.
Yeah, so the first place we decided to look for new tile, actually old tile, would be Habitat. We are on the hunt for tile today.
We're gonna start at Habitat and see what kind of tile we can find here. And we'll also see if there's anything else that we can pick up. We're still looking for a few more things. In addition to tile, we need light fixtures for a couple rooms. What else do we need?
Possibly windows. Get those jalousies out.
Windows for the laundry room where we have the jalousie windows. If we could find something to replace those, that would be great.
And that's the great part about Habitat, is you never know what you're gonna get.
So let's go explore.
And this is also what we did with our green tile. We dropped it off at Habitat.
At this point, we'd been to Habitat multiple times, multiple Habitat locations, and we just weren't finding the quantity of tile that we would need, so we decided to try a bigger store that would have larger quantities and also a larger selection to choose from. Bedrosian's has a huge selection of tiles, so we needed to try to stay focused. We were still interested in getting a subway tile, but we knew we couldn't have one that was just a solid color white. We needed something that would blend in with the floor a little bit better. Oh my gosh, look how cute this size is. And then there's 4 1/4 by 10. After looking at all of the sizes and colors of subway tile available, we found the perfect one. We love this tile because it has a variation of white tones just like our marble floor. We ended up getting a sample and bringing it home to try out with the floor. It's the Chloe white tile from Bedrosian's, and we did a little bad mock-up in Photoshop to see what it would look like, and then we just decided to go with it. After choosing the tile, the next biggest thing we had to pick out was a vanity.
Yeah, part of our loan stipulation is that we have to have a working bathroom to close out this loan. So we started with the idea of doing a antique dresser and turn it into a vanity. We found one that was the right price. It was made of solid wood and fit the space really nice. One of the problems that we encountered was that the sink would have to be a little smaller than we wanted.
One of the other things is we really would like to have a marble top cut to sit on top of the dresser, but we haven't had a chance to price that out or find somebody in town who'd be able to do that. And since we're dealing with kind of a time crunch trying to fulfill all of these stipulations of our loan so that we can just get all of that stuff finished and move into the house, making the vanity ourselves might not happen right now.
Yeah.
So we might make this vanity later, but in the meantime, we really just need to get something into the bathroom so that we can move in. So we did look at a couple other options. This first vanity is painted the color grayish, which goes well with our other choices for the bathroom, but we're leaning more toward a stained wood to add a natural element to the design and more warmth to the room. Each of these vanities comes with a marble top. So for the sake of our mood board, I'm going to choose our favorite vanity. Even though it's a little bit out of our budget right now, I'm just going to put that on there and we'll see what happens. Up until now, we've had a very neutral color palette for the design, but we wanted to introduce the inspiration for the rest of the color that we'll be adding into the bathroom. This is our new friend Mabel, and if you've been watching for a while, then you'll remember we had little Biscuit, who we lost last year, and shortly after that, Mabel came to live with us. We're actually going to use Mabel's color palette as inspiration for the bathroom design because we like all of the whites and grays and golds. We knew we wanted to go with gold fixtures for the bathroom because that seemed more 1920s. And so a while ago, almost a year ago probably, we actually bought a bathroom faucet before we realized how long this renovation was going to take. We thought it was just going to take like a few months, so we should start collecting things for the design. So we've been holding on to this for almost a year, and we're really excited to finally get to install it. So this is the Moen Weymouth faucet, and when we opened it, the little handles have a place for hot and cold, and when we opened it, we realized it actually came with the French version of hot and cold, which we're going to use as a tribute to Marie, who lived in the house. So if you've been watching, then you know the previous owner, her name was Marie, and she was born in Paris. She was French, so we just thought this was a fun surprise, finding that it came with French knobs. We didn't even know. In sticking with our 1920s theme, we found a really pretty curved mirror from Target, and then we also found a schoolhouse bulb light fixture from Etsy.
Next we chose a toilet, and we got matching toilets for the upstairs and the downstairs.
Back to our color inspo, we chose a light pink color for the walls. It's a magnolia paint called Antique Rose. To finish off the design, we just need some Florida art, an indoor plant, and a stack of fluffy white towels.
And we didn't want to end this video without showing you some of the progress that we made.
Our tile is here. It's so pretty. I wish I had a little bit more confidence that our contractor was going to install it correctly. We've had a few things go wrong, but we're going to give him another chance and hopefully he gets this one right. There were a few things that had just happened in our renovation right before this that we haven't shown you yet, and we'll show you that in a later video, but that will explain why I was a little bit nervous right then.
Yeah, a little nervous to have them install the tile, but this was, the scope of the job was pretty large, and for time's sake, we needed to get it done. So we went ahead and had the contractor install the tile. We still have plenty of other smaller tile jobs that we're going to take on ourselves.
All right, it's the next day, and how's it work? But I have a day off from work, so I'm going to go over to the house and check out the progress on the tile in the upstairs bathroom. Okay, I'm here. There's no cars here, so I don't know if anybody's here, but maybe they're on their lunch break. Looks like there's some tools out, so I'm going to go in and check it out. Okay, I'm here and he's done more work, but I think that this tile is a little bit too high because our mirror is supposed to go right there. And that's super high for the tile. Great, I gotta go do some measurements. Okay, I just remeasured. We did make a slight mistake because we painted over our mirror marks. He has installed 2 extra rows of the tile that we don't need. I left him a note and I'll come check back later and see how it's going then.
It took a few days to finish.
And here's the final result.
Ooh. Oh wow, this looks so much better.
Mm-hmm.
I was really worried.
I was very nervous.
Look at the corner.
I know, the corner
It looks great.
It looks really good. He pulled it off.
Look how high this is. I'm so excited to never have to worry about bumping my head on the shower again. This is great.
This looks so pretty. This is exactly what I had in mind because it kind of ties in with the floor. The floor is really dirty right now, but it has a little bit of variation in color in the different white and off-white, and this is blending perfectly.